Welcome to some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. This is Kabusha, and I'm going to try one of the Academy missions, the Modern Heavy Cruiser. So this is the ship I came up with. I called it the Anchorage. 20,500 ton displacement with 35 knots of speed. Still very short range. I was hoping the new patch would have come out this week, but they haven't yet. With the new patch, they're gonna disable choosing, I think, very short and short. You have to go like at least medium range or some such, but it won't make that big of a difference. 300 tons, which I'm sure you can find that on this ship pretty easily. That said, I chose the survivability and stability because I'm going for a ship that will hopefully be a very stable gun platform shooting at long range is my idea, because I have to take out 3 enemy older armored cruisers. In terms of guns, the highest quality guns I have available are 10-inch of Mark IV. Going through a triple turrets, total 3 of them, so 9-gun broadside. I also have some secondaries. Odds are they should be doing absolutely nothing, but I just can't really build a ship like this, a heavy cruiser, without some form of secondary, because I would assume this would be part of its AA complement. So some twin 5-inch and twin 3-inch guns, dual purpose, you know, providing some AA fire. It'd just be nonsensical for it to have nothing. In terms of engines, went with Generation 2 turbines. Now, what was interesting was I was trying to build around the diesel engines, and you'll notice it has minus 25% engine weight versus minus 10. But if I switch to diesels, I am hugely overweight. The reason, if you look here, is the horsepower per ton. So diesel engines, you're only putting out 15 horsepower per ton, whereas the Gen 2 turbines, you're putting out 27. So while the engines are heavier, they produce more power per ton, and therefore you're able to get it. And in this case, I wasn't having problems with money. If anything, I was having problems with displacement. So the turbines made way more sense. Fuel oil, for obvious reasons, best you can get right now. And forced draft boilers to get my engine efficiency as high as possible. I'm a little bit over or understacked, but it's just kind of where I'm at. I got the most I could out of it. And we have a good amount of speed here. It'll be a little bit hard to maintain max speed, but, you know, we'll see. We did include the turbo electric drive to help with pushing it, and a basic shaft for extra acceleration, so hopefully that'll be enough. Krupp armor, best we've got available. I went with no anti-torpedo protection. Oh, it's just standard single bottom. I was really starved for tonnage. And ideally, I should be staying far enough away that I'm not getting torpedoed. Double bottom would get me slightly more resistance, but I did go for Citadel 4, which gets you a considerable amount of resistance, so hopefully that is enough. Again, no anti-flooding. I would have loved to put anti-flooding 2 on this, but it's just the tonnage limitations. It's way too tight. For this ship, anyway. Especially, I haven't played this one before, so I don't know if I can really get away with, like, say, lighter guns or what have you. And same thing, standard bulkhead, standard. This is not quite how I'd normally build, but we'll see if it works. I went with heavy shells for that extra damage, and my typical tube powder. I always like the extra reload. And increased number of shells. I have to take on 3 enemy ships, so I'm assuming I'm going to need more DACA. As far as the turrets go, I just went basic and advanced hydraulics. I don't think I could get away. Let me see if it'll let me switch. No, it'd be too much weight. I kind of figured. Yeah, too much weight. So at least they turn a little bit faster and enhanced reloading. Yeah, it's gonna be way too much weight to even get semi-auto. It is what it is. I am designing a ship for long-range gunnery, so hopefully we can spot them. I don't know if we can, but at least for now we have a stereoscopic rangefinder for, as well as RDF to get us a better idea where the enemy is. Armor, very heavily armored. It's a very heavily armored heavy cruiser. Basically, against our own guns, we're functionally immune to at 7,500 meters and further out. And plunging fire, we should be immune from pretty much all ranges with our deck armor. Assuming we're not dealing with ships that have, let's say, 12-inch guns or something like that, we should be very, very good for those long-range engagements. And even into medium ranges, we should be fine. I do have a little bit of armor on the secondaries. Don't expect a ton, but at long ranges, they should hopefully bounce a plunging hit. Similarly, our turrets have enough turret armor to ignore pretty much all plunging fire, and our belt has a respectable 10 inches, which is where that 7,500 meters comes from. We can OB does fine. It gets to a little bit gray in between. And as always, these are gunnery figures against our own guns, other guns of higher quality and a higher diameter could pin. You don't know. So anyway, this is our ship. This is what we're going with. We're playing with the American Navy this time. So let's see what happens. Let's see if this design works out. I would have liked to have gone a little bit faster speed with this ship, because it makes it harder for the enemy to hit you, but just wasn't quite coming in. Alright, so we already have spots. We're already going full speed ahead. We are making only 26 and a half, almost 27 knots, because it does start you out basically at full. So for now, let's go to 2 times speed. See if we can get a beauty shot here. Oh, look at that thing. Pretty ships. I do like how the ships look. Okay, we've already bounced something. That's good. That's very positive for obvious reasons. And we already locked at 3% chance to hit. It's not bad. So let's see what we've got. These are the older, very Dreadnought-esque armored cruisers. Yeah, are you sure those aren't Dreadnoughts? Because those look like Dreadnoughts. That one can't even see us. This one is capable of engaging. Wow, those are some big looking guns. Interesting, a different turret design there. And so we've traded a hit. Belt extended pin. Wow. That's impressive. And this ship is a twin of that one. Is this one? No, that is definitely a different design. It has a different rear turret. Okay. Flooding. Ooh, we're already taking... Are we taking flooding? No, one of them is. Okay. We already see a smaller vessels coming in. We'll target the secondaries on it. Is it alt-right click? There you go. It's been a few days since I played this, so... but for now, we're just going to keep cruising on ahead. If we could still... Looks like we should make full speed. We're at 35 knots. And, yeah, we'll just let this play out. So we have lost sight of the first warship, unfortunately. It's that smoke. All weapons, main guns, shift alt. We'll switch the main guns over to the other vessel. And I'm thinking we'll stick with AP for now. Let's see if we can get some good plunging fire. Range to target. 15.5 kilometers. Okay, so definitely towards the longer end of our range, but I would expect we should be able to get some good plunging fire. The problem is, of course, the chance to hit is not that great at that range. Extra battery of guns would have been nice. Okay, one fire. We don't have the best damage control, so we'll have to see how this works out. And unfortunately, those annoying little screening ships with their torpedoes coming in, we'll just have to wait until their smoke screen runs out. Until then, at least we've got a good amount of speed. It's annoying that they blocked our ability to shoot that second ship, though. Shells coming in. And we've lost a little bit of speed, but I was maneuvering slightly. Okay. 9-inch, so they're also replying with slightly smaller guns. And, oh, this fire actually spread to the mid-deck. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, this is not normally how I would armor them, but it's more a gamble of, can we maintain range long enough to mitigate the damage? Wow, they're getting some good hits. That is shocking. Especially considering I'm actually spec'd for long-range gunnery. This is worrisome. Okay, that thing's getting worrisome close. We'll switch all fire over to it. Yeah, it's already almost in 3-inch range. That's really annoying. Let's see if we can't take them down real quick, because if we can take care of their spotting, that's going to give us a little bit of an advantage again. Very low chance to hit. That's lame. Hey, something hit though. 5-inch. Oh yeah, I love twin turrets. They do give you a noticeable amount of accuracy. I did try to fit an 8-gun, you know, in twin turret design, but it's too much tonnage. So I guess the next update is supposed to give us some new French Dreadnoughts and such. So I'm kind of curious. It's supposed to come out this week, but I'm wondering if they shut down because of the coronavirus. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So many things have kind of gotten goofed because of that. Still seeing torpedoes, and they haven't swung out. They do have a lot of torpedoes. Hey! There we go. 10-inch hit. Yeah, that caused some damage. Now she's turning to run. I don't see the torpedoes swinging out yet, so I guess... What do they have? Range 6.6 kilometers. Range to target 7, so yeah, they never even made it into actual torpedo range. Very good. That's very, very good for me for obvious reasons. Now that engine damage, looks like they already got the engine fixed. Yep, engine 3 repaired. That's annoying. And maximum bulkheads on a destroyer again. Wow, it's a 41 knot speed. No wonder these things are so hard to hit. Alright, well, we'll just keep pummeling their escorts for now. I'd rather deal with the heavy cruisers, because that's obviously what's going to sink me. But, you know, torpedoes are always an issue. Can't even hit. Alright, we'll go ahead and swing the secondaries over to that ship. We're doing okay. Enemy ships are mostly missing again. Hello. Another fight. Was that? No, it had been a 10-inch hit. Yeah, there we go. A lot of flooding. Hopefully she floods out. Wow, she's pumping that water real good. Is she going to survive? Don't tell me she's going to survive. That'd be really annoying because it's just going to sit there smoking and blocking my vision for eternity. Yeah, it looks like she's going to survive. Ugh. Chance to hit. Still have 1,200 rounds, so not too bad. We'll go ahead and angle back in some. Just give my guns a get a little bit closer, make it a little bit easier to hit. Or actually, maybe not. You know, it's... I believe... Let me see here. What is our current bonus? 4th grade guns. 3-barrel tech is minus 15%. Long range tech. It is actually going up with range. Okay, so yeah, we'll maintain this range for now. Let's see if we can find the sweet spot. Awesome. Looks like it's the correct number of shells. I know these triple turrets will occasionally get stuck. Oh, there we go. Where they'll just try to continuously like do their ranging salvos with 2 rounds on like a turret. Not quite sure what's causing the bug yet, but it is somewhat annoying because you'll see the rest of the turrets fire and then that one will get stuck. So triples are kind of questionable, but I had tonnage limitations. And I wanted a fairly armored ship, so. That said, I'm surprised they're getting overpins. I mean, I have a heavily armored deck. That's really surprising me. For the quality of my armor, I would expect a block, which makes me wonder. I know they did say in the next patch they're doing more modeling changes, so it might not even be working properly, consistently. Well, we'll see. Either way, I think I should be able to deal with this. We've lost a little bit of speed from structure damage. Ladder aiming, 7.5 kilometers. And go out just a tiny bit more. Again, try to maintain that distance. Range on the 3-inchers is out to 5,000. And it has not torpedoed. They've got a ton of torpedoes, but basically no real reloads. In fact, 4, 8, That's odd. So that must be just how... So do they have enough shots for all their torpedoes? That's kind of odd. Our long-range tech is slowly ticking up as we're getting a little bit more range to the target. Let's speed this up. I don't think we're getting torpedoed anytime soon. Nah. Again, another fire. They do like their fire damage. Okay, good. Another hit. And she's done. Excellent. Switch back to AP. Odds are, I would expect I should be able to penetrate this thing. So 3.1 inch should be her deck. 28 knots, 18,000 tons, standard bulkheads. A lot of ammunition, but you know, a lot of turrets as well. 8-inch guns. I would expect I should be able to pin her. Slow this back down 2 times speed. We'll even go 1 times just so I can. Really? Okay. Armor. Oh, interesting. So this is, of course, the actual armor. But if you mouse over, you'll see the actual expected armor based upon their armor quality. So yeah, we're not really pinning her at this range. Even the deck, surprisingly. Our plunging fire, well, actually, no. If it's 6.9 inches equivalent, we're not getting plunging fire. So, okay. Let's go ahead and angle in then. This is kind of lame. This is not what I expected. I expected with the heavy shells, I would have enough deck plunging. I'm surprised with that heavily armored on the deck. And 118% for old armored cruisers? Yeah, that's almost that's probably the wrong armor entirely. It's got higher quality armor than I do for a modern ship. Yeah, that's very poorly designed for the mission. That's not matching at all what these ships are supposed to be. I would expect ships of probably 60 or 80% armor quality, and not that heavily armored of a deck. 1.5 to 2 inches max is what I was expecting. Okay, that completely changes this. This might not be winnable with this ship then. I'd have to bring a ship that is for more brawling range. Because as I get closer, I'm actually going to lose accuracy because of the tech I chose. Yeah. Yeah, that's really lame. Unless I can burn them out. But again, the ammunition choice is wrong for burning them out. I'd want Lyddite. We'll let this run for a little bit. Let's see if this is worthwhile or not. Yeah, because that's a really poorly designed mission. That said, I do like their new heavy cruiser designs. They look kind of cool. That said, it is kind of just a shrunk down Iowa. Which, if I were building an Alaska class battle cruiser, would be actually really cool. It's kind of what I was hoping to build here, actually, but why did you switch targets? That seems counterintuitive. Go back on the ship you actually have identified for now. So chance to pin, moderate chances. Range 11 and a half. Yeah, okay. Out of curiosity, so if I pause this, if I switch to AP, does it change the penetration chance? Doesn't really look like it. Okay. No, we'll maintain the full head of speed. I'm hoping that my debuff to them is enough to keep me alive at this point, just from my high speed, relatively high speed anyway. 3% chance to hit. We'll see if that starts ticking down. If it does, I'll have to just start angling back out again. Let's go 3 times speed. Getting decent. Main tower damaged. Yeah, I'm really shocked that they're that heavily armored. I mean, armored cruisers tend to be tough, but 3.1 inches on the deck is a lot. I mean, that is a lot. Decent chance to hit. Look at the pin. Yeah, quarter of the time. We'll still stay on that for now. I'm going to angle out some. That way I'm less broadside to those targets. It's not ideal where I'm having to sit, but just trying to make it to where these guns will work functionally. Obviously, it's going to hurt my chance to hit, but we'll just have to work with it. Pretty good chance to hit. Secondaries have an excellent chance to hit. Okay, we got a good chance to pin the extended belt. So we'll go ahead and switch to AP. We're at 7.6. Yeah, so we got about 20 inches of pin. Okay. We're functionally at our maximum immunity zone against our own guns, so. Wow. 12.4-inch belt. Those are battleships. Those aren't armored cruisers. They're armed with armored cruiser, cruiser guns, but those are battleships. Wow. At this point, I'd really be wanting an actual battle cruiser for this fight. Because this is kind of nuts. Might retry this as well. Go ahead, go the gunnery tech and see if it gets me a little bit better guns. Maybe with tier 5 guns instead of these tier 4s. It might get me enough oomph for that plunging deck fire. I don't know. Because that's what this was entirely designed around, was plunging deck fire. And, yeah, I just don't see it happening. Okay, how far are we? 23 minutes? Yeah, I don't see this working out at this point, so I'm going to leave the battle. We'll go guns and fire control. And unfortunately, we'll go to the Anchorage. Oh, I'd hope it would let me just switch this stuff around. Alright, we'll rebuild real quick. We'll go turbines, which I don't need the diesel engines. They weren't helping me out. We'll go to electric drive, basic shaft, forced boilers on oil fuel. We'll go maximum that. We'll go double bottom because I'm having to build a tankier ship. Speed is not going to be as fast. We'll say 32 knots instead of the 35. Short range with bulkheads and at least anti-flooding 2. Got the double bottom, and I'm not going to worry about the anti-torpedo protection. I want the anti-flooding for penetrating hits. I'm gambling I'm not taking a hit. And we'll go reinforce bulkheads. Heavy shells, extra ammo for the shells. We'll go for, again, I like the white powder for the extra DACA. Modern tower, slap that bad boy on. We'll worry about secondaries later. And, yep. Main guns, what are our options now? So the 10s go all the way up to a Mark 5 now, which gets me 7.3 inches of plunging fire at extreme range. Or 11 inches of Mark 5 at 12.5. Yep. It's going to be 11s. And for the displacement, we'll go max this out for now. Because, again, I doubt it's going to be a money issue. This is sure looking like a Scharnhorst all of a sudden. We might just go the extra barrels again, because this is gonna be a brawler. See if I can fit in that last turret. I'm not gonna worry about the offset just yet. Heavy shells increased. We'll go to about a 10-inch. 10-inch homogeneous. 10 inches. 110% is about 21. So immune at about 11,000 meters. Okay. Deck. We probably will not be immune. I'd want about a 5-inch deck to take care of most of it. 6 inches would be ideal, probably. Let's see if we can get 5.5, 5.5. That might even be overkill. We might slap that down some. We'll go 10 inches there, 10 inches on turrets. Again, 5.5 there. Secondaries, a couple inches on that. Okay. Oh, we still need a funnel. This is going to be an Uber funnel. We might be able to get away with a slightly smaller funnel. Maybe we can make the mega funnel work this time because we're not going as fast. Okay. And we're still going to need a... We're going to go coincidence rangefinder with RDF. Oh, and we actually get radar now. Interesting. We'll go Gen 1. I don't think we need the Gen 2, not for this design. Okay. Over tonnage. Not surprised. So, what do we cut? I could take this, keep 11-inch guns, but drop it down to twins, which would, of course, give me a nice accuracy bonus. Still too heavy. I don't necessarily need the double bottom. They'll save me some tonnage. Anything else I can do to save weight? We could drop this down to auxiliary because that does reduce 5% and reduces the fuel storage. Actually did not change anything. Not much. It got me 100 tons-ish. If we go to induced boilers, we'll lose some engine efficiency. But I think that's probably fine. We could even drop another knot of speed here. We can go 31 knots. Still a pretty respectable heavy cruiser. It's on the slower side, but not bad. We would then go back to forced draft. Yeah, get the extra oomph back into it. And I do think the secondary 5s were quite good. They were helping us out. So let's go ahead. Let's adjust this now. See, control, and we'll go something like that. Get it about right. Secondary guns, we'll go 5-inch twins. I'm not going to worry about the AA for eating this mission, because the 3-inchers didn't really do anything. So 6 in twin turrets for the extra accuracy. That is, I think, more important for secondaries because there's such a limited period where they actually fire. I don't know if adjusting this is going to help us out too much. No, we're going to need max tonnage. Okay. Faster fire extinguishing. You could go down to standard here. I'll keep the fire extinguishing, and we're just gonna have to go with standard bulkheads. Okay. Again, way more money than tonnage. There's not much more I can use to eat up money. We could go. So we got white powder, 2 powder. Eat up a lot of money. It reduces the weight slightly and gives us a higher rate of fire, which would be great with these guns. Okay. Can we go semi-auto? No. Enhanced? Not even that. We might have to just deal with standards in. Can we get at least a little bit faster turning turrets? No, not really. Yeah, a lot of compromises. I could sacrifice the armor some. Last time I had about 3.2, which wasn't enough. We'll go, let's say, a 4.5-inch deck. So that's going to give me about 9, almost 10 inches. Which, against my own guns, yeah, everything except extreme range I'd still be immune to. Which isn't bad. And that saves us quite a bit of tonnage. We could then put that tonnage into more DACA. That's quite a bit. Let's go enhance reloading and advanced hydraulics. So that way they turn, because we're probably going to be brawling a little bit more. More of a medium range engagement. So we can punch them hard. Okay. We've got hopefully enough of those. Got a couple inches on that. Don't want more armor on the main guns. Currently got the equivalent of about 21 inches. Which is good to 12,000 yards with against our own guns. Again, they had a variety of 8 and 9-inch guns. Okay. This ship might actually work for the plunging fire. I'm not sure. We might revise this slightly. Because I could switch this to that. Again, we have tonnage issues, which is annoying. I already have that, which is already reducing the... doesn't it? I thought it reduced the weight. Oh, it's this one. Ooh, so close. We could reduce our turret top slightly because we're probably over armored. Anyway, okay. We'll go ahead and go again for the long range gunnery duel. That's going to favor us over those armored cruisers. Hopefully, we have enough ammunition. These are going to be punchier guns. We've got radar now, which is going to make us, yeah, even better long range accuracy and better spotting. Still have RDF, which actually, if we have RDF, we have radar, so we don't even need RDF, so we can save some tonnage. That's actually quite a bit of tonnage. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright. How much tonnage would the extra gun cost me? Let's say one more. Oh, it's not even gonna let me. Oh. Slot that in. Oh, hey. Wow, that's pretty cheap. 693 tons. Okay, let's delete these off. And we'll rebalance the ship. F-weight offset is a little bit high, but we'll do a little bit of the shuffle. Okay. Say something in there. Something like that. And then we'll pull this in. Something like that. That's actually fairly even looking. Okay. I'll throw back in those accurate 5s. Because I do think that's pretty important for dealing with those baby ships. Or as World of Warships calls them, those lollyboats. Lollyboat. Can I fit that one? Ooh, just about. And it looks like it doesn't actually interfere with that turret. Sometimes these things do. So we'll drop just a tiny bit. What? What? Obviously it's rounding. Fine. Okay. I think we'll go long-range gunnery again. We're going with twin 11s for extremely good long-range accuracy. We have a heavier deck. Our belt is not as heavily armored as those armored cruisers, but, you know, they've got the DACA advantage by far. But this gives us 8 guns. It's not as many guns as last time, but it is more accurate. We still have that high-end stereoscopic for the long-range gunnery. Oops. And could we fit the Gen 2 radar? How much weight? I don't think so. Probably not. I'm not sure it's worth it. It probably is worth it, actually. Is there any way otherwise I could... Do we need the extra reloading? In exchange for more accuracy. That might be the trick. Okay. If we're staying at range, we're not maneuvering. We don't need the extra. So that way we can still get the rate of fire. A small buff. It's not a lot, but it is something. Yes, this is going to be ill-suited to a close range duel, but that's fine. Again, I'm looking for long range plunging fire. Less resistance. More armor strengths. Yeah, those are all or nothings. Interesting. Armor weighs more. Armor cost is more expensive for the deck. Less chance of detonations, though. It would save me tonnage. We might give that a go. Because if that extra tonnage goes semi-auto with Gen 2 radar. We're less resistant, but I could then get a double hull bottom. Almost, not quite. Make up the difference. Maybe not. Could I get back to heavy bulkheads? Again, no, not quite. We could get back up to that, though. Then we have excellent engine efficiency. Okay. I could then put a little bit armor back onto my turret tops. That's a 5-inch. We'll bump both of those. Bump and... oh, that's about it. Okay. A little bit more on the secondaries. Just so they're less likely to pop. Hey, 3 inches on secondaries. Yeah, you guys are armored, dudes. Okay. Give this a try. This one is going to be the Fairbanks. Launch. Let's see how this design works. And yes, I know I've basically built a battlecruiser. But hey, you know, you do what you do. And, you know, if I were going to, more I was thinking about it too, if I'm going to be in brawling range, I'd be throwing torpedoes on this. And it's one of those, nah, you know what, let's just focus on that long range gunnery that I was thinking about originally. Oh man, those are some slow turrets, but that's okay. Hey. So. Hello. What are you shooting at? Close that. Kind of annoying, that debug thing constantly open. There we go. So what we got this time? Those look more like armored cruisers. Those look less like Dreadnoughts, but wow. I love the gold tip barrels. Few different designs here. And I don't think they can spot us. What's the range to targets? 12.6 kilometers. I think we'll just stay right here. And we'll see how our accuracy works out. Plus 50% from long range techs and tower. 2, 4, 6, 8. And the nice thing about the twin turrets, of course, is it's less likely we're going to have those. Oh, extended pin already. Nice. Okay, we'll leave it on AP. I guess it's, well, it's probably going to bounce here soon. Let's go to angle out. I want to maintain that range advantage while I can. Oops. But yeah, that's a good hit. And she's even taking some flooding. Hello. We might have a winner. Still flooding. Okay. No misses, or all misses, no hits. Alright, so somebody finally spotted us. Yeah, it's because we closed into its range to target. 11.8 kilometers. Okay, so we'll try to keep ourselves above 12 kilometers and see if that's enough. Another mid-deck pin with a 5-inch. Okay. Alright, we bounced something. Very good. Might even angle out just a tiny bit more. Use our speed. I mean, we do go a nice clippy 31 knots. It's not bad. I would have preferred something like 33 would make a little bit more sense to me as an escort ship. But, boy, we're wrecking them. Alright, go back to AP. That salvo might bite. We'll see. It might be hitting the auto bounce angle, so. And alt-right click on that little devil. They're screening ships. My bane. Further damage flooding. Stern belt extended. Oh yeah, these are Much punchier guns, hitting far better long range tech. Yeah, it's just a better ship design for this mission. That's always kind of the gotcha, is you don't know exactly what you're building for. And first one sunk. Pretty good. Very, very good. So we're now targeting the second warship. Again, it's kind of spinning in place. We'll leave it on high explosive for now, just so those shells don't do their auto bounce thing, hopefully. We still haven't even identified them, which is kind of funny, going, yeah, we're opening fire. We haven't identified. We're opening fire! Which, you know, if you were operating hostile territory, you could certainly assume that, yeah, everything you're going to run across is hostile, but it's just somewhat amusing. Every single scenario goes like that. We got plenty of ammunition. I might have came overstocked, but, you know, I wasn't sure. Yep, so we're bouncing. Current range to target, 13 kilometers. They don't know where we are. Their guns are confused. Yep, they're not turning. So they know we're this direction. Probably have RDF, but they don't know, they don't have a target fix. 5% chance to hit. We'll just maintain this for now. See what happens. If it starts going down, we'll angle back in some. Yeah, it's looking okay. 5% chance. We got plenty of ammunition, so we can stay out here for quite a while. This rain hell. It's being pretty dodgy. I don't even know if we're gonna finish identifying these. They're moving pretty good speed. They're closing. Granted, we're not totally aiming. We're not steaming away yet. We're angled out, but they're gonna have the better advantage for trying to close. Are all of my guns firing? B turret is not. Turn back in. Just a little bit. Get all 8 guns going again. 6. Is that the number of guns that can fire? 62. And 8 guns. Okay. Any of in salvo. Okay, cool. So that's actually going to tell you then if you have all guns on target now, 8. So 100% chance, or 100% of all guns are firing, of which, yeah, most probably get a hit. That's pretty cool. Mid-deck overpin. Let's try AP. Let's see if we can get a bite. Again, 11-inch mid-deck overpin. Still no ID. Getting close, though. Burning merrily. Sound like a bounce. I imagine it's probably at that 100% auto bounce. We'll probably just switch back to high explosive, but it just bugs me, the high explosive spam thing. It just reminds me too much of World War Warships. Yep, bounce. I hope they fix that. I mean, yes, you can bounce off of the angled sides, but you see them bouncing off the deck because it's applying that side modifier to the deck. It's just annoying. That's not how physics work. It doesn't matter if it's angled in or angled out. A flat deck's a flat deck. Okay, so is this Russian? Mina Mikoma. Okay, so it's Japanese. Many bulkheads, more reasonably armored than last time. It's not totally maxed out either. Top speed 26 knots, a little bit smaller. That's a little bit more like a armor cruiser. Mark IV guns. Yeah. So this is the guns I had last time. Interesting. And we still got 6% chance to hit. Plenty of ammo. We'll just let it keep doing its thing. We'll speed this up some. I mean, we do have decent chance to hit. I'd prefer about a 10, but... And even the high explosive is bouncing. Hey, mid-deck overpin. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and broadside in a little bit. See, maybe we can get them to turn out, perhaps. And go in. I mean, they know exactly where they are. They're staying pretty much nose right in on me, so. And go in a little bit. I just want to confuse the ship so I'm not dealing with just that bow in scenario. 'Cause that's just dealing with the oddities of the game still. I do hope they address the ricochet stuff, because that's just too much World of Warships garbage. Here we go. Now they're returning fire. Good. Now we're bouncing. We should have a decent chance. Yeah, low chance to pin. Good. Or to ricochet, not pin. We got a pretty good chance to pin most of the ship. Slow it down 2 times speed. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at those guns. That is a pretty ship. Armor's working very well. Come on, fire for me. One more time. Open up with those forward guns. I want to see it. There you go. Alright. We're going to turn out hard because the destroyer, I totally wasn't paying attention. They haven't torpedoed yet, though. Oh, there's the torpedoes. Go slow down. And hard to starboard. As hard as we can. Looks like all the guns are on that ship. Sure, high explosive on it. Yeah, is that one torpedoed? No, not yet. I'm gonna switch to that one because it hasn't torpedoed yet. Just put everything on that destroyer. The annoyances, and actually alt shift right. We got a little chance to ricochet. We'll go back to AP, or we'll switch it over to auto. We'll see if it is smart enough to switch. I don't know. I guess we'll go with the closest one. They're smoking up though. It's gonna be poor chances to hit, but you never know. At least we got 8-gun broadside of secondary, so they got decent chance to make it work. Destroyed a secondary gun. Where? Far side. Yeah, I noticed it really likes to destroy far side turrets. Let's go ahead and go back to full speed. Get back up there. And destroyer's taking a little bit. What's the range? Yeah. Flooding, very good. Many bulkheads though, so it's going to take a little bit of flutter out. That thing is waiting to torp, waiting to torp. More flooding. There we go. Good biting hits. And we are in excellent shape. We'll go ahead and just steam away. All 8 guns are firing. No more torpedo shenanigans. We're far enough away. They're hesitant to shoot because I'd outsteam them, I believe. Whoa, that was freaky. What's the speed of their? 60 knots. Pretty good. Now, we got the Minamoka, who is flooding. What about the Yakushi? This looks to be, yeah, same ship. Okay. Same class. And when secondaries, you got all day to riddle that thing down. time, just in case. That's got me suspicious. I don't remember when that reload timer kicked on, so we'll just turn here just in case they did send some torpedoes that way. More flooding, getting wrecked. How fast are those things? 47.5 knots. Alright. We're gonna go high explosive. We're gonna put everything on this darn destroyer because he is getting close and he wants to torpedo me. And he smokes up. As they like to. I mean, it makes total sense. I do sometimes feel like they've got a faster timer or something because I know when I run the DDs, it seems like I have a lot longer of a cooldown, like whatever it is, 3.5 minutes or something. Now I do know right now I'm using my weaker secondary side, but I just want to kite away in case he did dump torpedoes. Just in case. I don't know if he did or didn't, but it won't hurt to run for a little bit. And odds are I'm expecting more of a knockout blow with my 11-inch guns than anything else. We're doing decent on ammunition. May end up running low. We'll have to see. There we go. Everything on that other destroyer. What's the range of that one? 6 kilometers. So towards the max of their torpedo range. Okay, we'll go ahead and go back in because at this point I believe I've outrun their torpedoes. If they were in the water, I would have seen them by now. So we'll go ahead and go back in. Oh hey, that one's far enough forward it can actually spin 360. That's pretty cool. Hey, and this one isn't bugged. Some of the battleships it's bugged where it'll turn 360 through the structure. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's actually pretty neat, especially with that long of barrels. It's a pretty balanced ship design, really, for once. Especially some of the battleships are horrifically unbalanced for the layout you have to use. Here we go. Put the mains back on that. We'll go auto shells. And that one, I believe, is far enough away. Yeah, he's probably not going to dump torpedoes, just to keep an eye on him. We'll let the secondaries do their thing, do their gerb. Looks like all the secondaries are working. That is pretty darn cool. See, those little oddities, you have to just kind of intuit it for yourself. And I'm leaving it on auto, hoping that the secondaries will fire high explosive. I'm not sure if they're smart enough. It doesn't look like it. That looked like AP rounds. Oh well. Okay, we'll work over the lead ship some. How are we looking? And pretty good chance to pin. Low ricochet angle. Range 14 kilometers. Which is excellent for these guns. 4.3% chance to hit. Morning weather, cloudy. Moderate sea waves. A bunch of small debuffs. Target fast speed. 26 knots. Wow. As far as that's fast speed. What about that one? Imagine, yeah, that's a huge debuff. 90%. Oh, well, we've got a lot of 5-inch ammunition. And he's got a lot of steaming to get into a chance of torpedoing me, so we'll just keep on going. 4.5%, we're doing fine. Although we are getting low on ammunition, so we might have to steam closer, because even with the extra ammunition stores, we are running low. That is lame, but I don't want to do that while that dang destroyer's still there, because as soon as I turn in, he's probably going to start ripping me apart with torpedoes. Good hit. small hits. Nothing great. What's he up to? He's still sailing broadside. Yeah, just not that great a chance to hit. Boy, compared to what we did earlier. Alright, we'll go and start steaming in a little bit. Still kiting away from that destroyer, but hopefully get us into a position where we get that more accurate fire. Because I believe we were doing the most damage at around, what was that, 12,000 yards? Or meters, whatever. Yeah. So we'll see. We're scoring hits. I just want to increase my chance. And they are low on ammunition. Okay, so we're at least outgunning them. That's something. But between the two, they got the same ammo count as me, so. Let this thing stabilize. I'll have to watch that destroyer. It worries me. I wish the secondaries would have scored more hits by now. Only 1% chance, though. It's 6 kilometers. Which these ones have that same 6.8. So they can torpedo. Oh, 2 hits. 3 hits. Maybe it was just 2. Taking flotation damage. The bulkheads is really making it difficult. Mid-belt partial pin. Has that thing done torpedoes yet? Nope. At this point, the secondaries don't even think they can fire. Secondary. Aggressive! Just keep firing. You've got all the ammunition known to man. Just keep firing. That's all I care about. If you have a chance, just fire. I mean, everybody rolls a 20 eventually. I used to play a fair bit of Dungeons and Dragons, and I was dealing with this one player character that's almost impossible to hit. It's 3.5 edition, and they were playing a monk and had all sorts of shenanigans going on. Anyway, eventually I just threw a bunch of low-level barbarians at him. You know, eventually you throw enough dice, you're gonna roll a 20, and that put the respect back into him. He's so cocky, and then, oh, wait, oh. So, you know, just keep firing. Something will hit eventually. Boy, I'm worried about that guy. He's getting close. 5 kilometers, yeah. Okay, we're gonna angle back out some. Okay, we're beating that ship down. We've gone through about 100 rounds. Oh, but he's starting to angle away. Worrisome. Oh, we still got a stern deck extended. Okay, I'll take it. If I'm still getting the pin. Heck yeah. Not the most beaten up. A lot of good pins on their extended belt. Engine's taking damage. Oh, that guy. How is he relative to me? I might go ahead and shift the main guns over to that ship. Just for right now. And only 6 guns. We'll angle in just a little bit. We'll drop down to full speed. Since I have the better chance against him, it's unlikely I'll bounce. Unlike that ship, which is angled away from me right now, so. Back in just a tiny bit. What's that destroyer up to? She's taking some damage. Let's see what. Here, we'll pause this real quick, just so it stops tweaking. Yeah, low chance to ricochet, good chance to pin most of the ship except for the belt itself. Okay. Half a % chance to hit. That's amusing. Keep firing! Hey! A 5-inch hit on that little guy, finally. See what I mean? Half a % chance to hit, but. And a bounce. You're kidding me. Okay, he's steaming away, so we'll go ahead and angle back in. Try to get a better range. Yeah, we're near max range at this point, which actually 4.5% about at 17 kilometers is pretty good. Yeah, base chance is only 2, so our tech is basically doubling. Yeah, 150%. It's pretty good. But that's still, we don't have the ammunition to keep that up. We'll go ahead and put this on save. We'll see if we can get some better chances to hit for a little bit. And just wait. Or I'll switch it back when I think it's good enough. 5.5. Once I get to about 8%, I'll probably open fire again. Plenty of secondary ammo. 0% chance to hit, though. Okay, you'll go back to normal at this point. That's just silly. But at least it's running. These guys. Okay, he is steaming into me. So we will go to high explosive. And we'll just re-engage here. Need this ammunition to last this fight. I don't have balance lances to finish the fight, so 6.5. We've closed a couple kilometers, gained 2%. Okay. This would be. Oh. It's not really telling me of any of Salvo. Interesting. Yeah, I doubt the stern guns can even fire right now. Yeah, he hasn't dumped torpedoes? Nope. It might get sneaky. Almost 8. Getting there. Range to target. 13 kilometers. See if we can get another tick. 13.9. That destroyer's doing something. Okay, it's just still swinging around out there. Not that big a deal. Okay. Go back to normal firing. All 8 guns. 9%. Not bad. I feel that's probably good enough chance where it's going to be worthwhile. Put everything on that ship for now. You never know, we might set some more fires, but with the Manny bulkheads on that thing, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Armor, yeah, decent. Uh-oh. You getting freaky again? You're getting freaky again. Hey. It's on fire! Cruise speed is giving me a good bump. 14%, yeah. And they have twitchiness. Only about 2%. So, okay, pretty good. Destroyer's doing things. Range the destroyer, 11 kilometers. Okay, we'll put everything back on that then for now. We are getting very low on ammo, though. This is not great. It's a chance to pin. Pause. I don't even know why I'm trying, but average ricochet chance. Yeah, she's not quite angled yet. Soon, though. Let's leave high explosive. High explosive spam continues. Armor's holding up very well. We're down to about a third of our ammunition, and we're not scoring hits despite a 20% chance, basically. This is a little bit worrisome. Do they have underwater torpedoes? No. That's something. Small favors. I mean, I would have expected that at least the secondaries to be scoring something at this point. a hit, 5-inch. Yeah, pretty poor. Low ricochet chance. Alright, AP. See if we can get some biting hits, because we could actually pin their lower belt at this point. Their upper deck we can't, but lower belt there is a chance. Mid-deck pin, stern deck, there you go. Get some biting hits here. And you're opening fire again. 7 kilometers. Put him back on that. Aggressive secondaries, do your thing. Keep an eye on you. Torpedoes are the great rebalancers. There we go. There's some good hits. Oh, yeah. Nice, meaty, biting hits. Mid-belt pin. Bow belt extended. Mid-deck overpin. Wow. So we just, like, ripped through the deck and out the other side. Interesting. Still low chance. Perfect. So now we're close enough that it's unlikely we'll actually get a deck penetration. Oh, yeah. You're going down. We got enough ammo to finish this now. Very good. Range, 4.8 kilometers. You are worrying me. We're going to angle back out. I hate doing this, but I have to. Secondaries, keep firing. I should have better ready fire than that, I would think. And focus fire on that heavy cruiser. And, yep, she just torpedoed. Hard to port. Secondaries, only a 1% chance to hit at 4.5. Wow. Here you go, something like that. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Not today. Not today, my friend. Yeah, they still down to 12 in that launcher, 6 in that one. Okay. That heavy cruiser looks to be starting to go down. We've got an excellent chance to hit. Plenty of ammunition. I may have made this mission a little bit too hard on myself kiting away for so long, but I hate getting torpedoed. And, you know, it's just a modern heavy cruiser really shouldn't be trying to engage in that close of range. That said, we're danger close. 7.5 kilometers thereabouts. Wow. This is where we'd probably have about 30% chance to hit if we were running coincidence, but front turret's still coming around. All main guns can hit though. And we'll go ahead. Do I want to maintain the speed? That heavy cruiser is going down. Or older armored cruiser. My mistake. Do I have to sink the destroyer? You're kidding me. I thought the mission was the heavy cruisers. I have to sink everything? Fine. It's doable, it's just annoying. Fine, fine, fine. We'll sink the destroyer too. Look at that thing. Engine 1, Engine 2 destroyed. Goodbye. You fought valiantly. Honor to your people. Did their flag disappear? That's an interesting bug. Anyway, that's it for this one. We beat the Rise of the Heavy Cruiser. And the Fairbanks was successful. So I hope you enjoyed. Kind of an interesting mission. That said, it does feel a little buggy with those type of armor cruisers they're throwing at you. Just a little bit too good, I guess. But that said, I mean, obviously it's beatable. You can build a ship to counter them. So, you know, there is that. Yeah. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Later.